What's up, you guys? Zach Wagoner here, and I'm back for another TRX live workout. Tonight's workout is going to be a total body strength workout with a little bit of an emphasis on lower body. It's still going to feel like a total body, but I'm going to sneak in a little extra lower body today, so I hope your legs are ready to go. For tonight's workout, you're going to need your TRX suspension trainer and then some weights. You either can get a kettlebell, dumbbells, or anything that you can use to load it up. We're going to be doing some cleans and some pressing overhead. If you happen to also have a mini band, keep that close by. I'll tell you when you can use the mini band. It'll probably come the second time through we get through your first round. Speaking of your rounds, let's go through how the workout's going to go tonight. So we're going to do 3 different blocks of work for tonight's workout. The first block is going to be 40 seconds of work, followed by 20 seconds of rest. We'll do that round 3 different times. Round number 2 is what's called an EMOM. That stands for every minute on the minute. But instead of using minutes, we're going to go for every 90 seconds on the 90 seconds. We'll do 2 different sets back and forth for 6 sets total. We'll finally finish with a 5-minute AMRAP. We're going to focus a little bit more on core in that last round, but the legs are still going to be involved. So hope you're ready to go. If you got your water, keep it close by. If you got a playlist, go ahead and hit play right now. We're going to get started with some jumping jacks here in 3, 2, 1, and let's go to work, you guys. We got jumping jacks to start off your warm-up. Now, as always with this warm-up and me, I always like to take this time to scan the body. Depending on how you've been working out this week, how your weekend was, how are the shoulders feeling, how are the hips feeling, the knees, the ankles. Kind of take a second at each point and see how you're feeling. Right? We're going to use this warm-up to make sure we're ready to go. And as a reminder, your lower body is going to be a little bit more focused on. We're going to do a runner stretch in 3, 2, and 1. Plant those feet about shoulder width apart. Hinge back at those hips. Hands come down. You're going to walk out into a plank position. Once you find yourself in your plank, I want you to step your right foot up next to your right palm. Inhale. Rotate your right arm up and reach your fingers as high as they'll go. Exhale. Bring your forearm as close to the ground as you can get it and add some circles into those hips. After a couple big circles, I want you to plant the right hand, step the right foot back, press the hips up into the air, creating a downward dog. Pull yourself back to a plank. Step your left foot up next to your left palm. Inhale, reach your left fingertips up as high as they'll go. Exhale, bring that forearm back down to the floor and give me those big circles in those hips. After a big circle to each direction, we'll step it back. We're going to do this one more time. Now you can follow along with me or you can go at your own pace. At this point, I like to add a couple pedals, stretching out my hamstrings a little bit more. I pull that left leg forward. That right leg forward, reaching that right arm up. Forearm comes down. Now I know I'm going to work my legs a lot today, so I'm going to get bigger circles going in my hips, maybe even doing an extra circle here and there. And again, you're working at your own pace, or you can be with me. My right hand is down, right foot is back. I'm back to my downward dog. Again, adding some pedals of each heel, lengthening out the hamstrings. Coming back to my plank, stepping my left foot up next to my left palm. Left fingertips reach as high as they can go. You'll exhale when you're ready. Bring that forearm back down. Again, circle the hips. Again, at this point, I like to make one extra big circle in, going both directions in my hip. We're going to come up here in 5, 4. Let's put that left hand down. Step the left foot back. Walk your hands back to your feet. And then let's go ahead and hinge it up. We're going to go to the suspension trainer. Make sure your suspension trainer is at mid-length. We're going to stand and face the anchor point for your squat to rows. Hands are going to be right next to your chest. Feet are going to step 1 or 2 steps forward. From here, extend your arms all the way out. Squat your hips to your heels. Squeeze your glutes as you stand. Pinch the shoulder blades to row. Again, extend the elbows to straight. Drop the butt to the heels. Squeeze your legs as you stand. Squeeze shoulder blades to row up. At this point, we're starting to think about the muscles that are driving this movement. My glutes and my quads are standing me up. My shoulder blades and my biceps are pulling me forward. Last 5 seconds, we're going to do a side lunge stretch next. In 3, 2, and 1. Hands stay next to the chest. Just walk your feet back so you're standing nice and tall. Feet come outside shoulder width apart here. Sink over to your right, lowering your hips down. Push into the ground, squeeze your inner thighs, and then go over to the left. Push into that left side, coming back up, back down to the right. Drive it up, back down to the left. Drive it up. Now this time when we go to the right, rotate your left toes so they straight up in the air, Now stay low, slide across the bottom for what's called a Cossack lunge. Slide across the bottom. One more time. All right, you guys, let's come on up. Face away from the anchor point for your forward lunges and chest stretches. Hands straight out in front of the chest. Big forward lunge, big reach out to the side, and then step it back. Again, alternate your forward lunge, arms out to the side, stepping it back. Every time we step forward, your back knee should be bending, dropping straight down. Every time you step forward, your front foot should be flat, and your shin is vertical. Your knee is stacked over that ankle. Last little thing to note, make sure you're not arching the low back, right? You should feel a good stretch in those hips, feel a good stretch in that chest. We got another 10 seconds left here. Again, if you feel like one leg is tight, you could always drop the knee down and reach that arm up. Coming back to the top, right? If the other side is tight, I can drop that knee down, reach up with it. We're here for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, you guys. So we're going to get to round number 1. As a reminder, 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds of recovery. We got 5 exercises we're going to go through. First exercise is a squat to Y fly. So we're going to start with our arms up in a Y position. Feet are about shoulder width apart, maybe even hip width for a little more narrow stance. You're going to bring your arms down, sit your hips into your heels. You're going to squeeze your glutes as you stand up, and then drive your knuckles back as you come back overhead. Keep this slow at first, okay? We can add speed later. 3, 2, 1, let's work. Arms down, sit into those hips, squeeze those glutes, drive those knuckles back. Arms come down, sit into those hips, squeeze the glutes, drive the knuckles back. As you're thinking about driving the knuckles back, you're also linking that with having no slack in the straps. The further those knuckles get driven back, the tighter those straps should be. We should never see slack like this. I shouldn't just be having my hands over my head. Fold, sit, stand, drive. One more rep. Fold, sit, stand, and drive. 3, 2, and rest. All right, the next one's going to look almost just like this. It's going to be a wall slide to an overhead back extension. So now we start standing straight up, right? If I let go of my straps, I don't go anywhere, unlike my squat to Y fly. Elbows into the sides, drive the knuckles back. We're going to reach up overhead, fold the body in half this time, drive the hips forward, and then pull the elbows down. Let's go to work. Reach for the sky, fold at the hips, fold at the arms, drive the hips forward as you drive the knuckles back, elbows come down. Drive up, fold back, drive forward, pull down. Drive up, fold back, drive forward, pull down. We've got 15 seconds. Hopefully those shoulders are starting to talk to you a little bit. Again, I promised you it was a lower body workout, but you know I'm not going to leave the upper body alone, right? Here we go. Last 5 seconds. Let's get one more rep, you guys. Reach, fold, extend, and down. Woo! All right, we're going to take it to the ground for the next 3. So we got TRX hamstring curls. Straps come down to mid-length. Straps come down to mid-calf. We're going to sit. Make sure our feet are underneath the anchor point. Lay back, get those heels in. Your hamstring curl looks like this. Hips are 1 inch off the ground. Both heels pull into the glutes. Both heels push away. 3, 2, 1, let's go to work. Pull those heels in. You feel those hamstrings working. Press those heels away. I want to see you own the end zones on this, meaning that I want to see you pause a little bit when your knees are in and a little pause when those knees are straight. Again, knowing where we should be at either end helps us get there a little bit better. So can we keep it tight? Tight in the hamstrings here, tight in the glutes right here. Tight in the hamstrings here. One more rep, tight in the glutes right here. 3, 2, drop your butt, but keep your heels in. Next up, we have what's called an abduction. Abductions are where our hips are up. We're going to press our heels apart, squeezing the glutes, and then feet come back together. All right, but again, when you press your heel apart, you've got to squeeze the glute, and then we want to keep that back flat. So here we go. Squeeze your glutes, lift your hips 1 inch off the ground, turn your toes in, press the heels apart, hold it, squeeze it, and then feet back together. Feet apart, heels apart, and then feet back together. Keep this going. Now I've got my arms up, challenging my core a little bit. If I put my arms on the ground here, it'd give me a little bit more stability. Okay, so bring the arms down if you need to, but if you want to push it, arms can obviously be up as well. 15 seconds. Double check your glutes for me. Are you squeezing on the way out, or are you just pushing your feet apart? I appreciate the work, but let's work on the right stuff. 3, 2, and 1. All right, toes need to go in. We got TRX atomic push-ups coming up next. So let's get the toes in the foot cradles. We'll flip over, face away from the anchor point. All right, so this is strength class. So we'll take these slow. Okay, again, think about the end zone. So we start in our plank position here. We lower down for the push-up, come back up, pull the knees in for the crunch, press it back out. Anytime you need a break, drop to the knees. 3, 2, 1, let's go to work. Heels to the handles, drop for the push-up, bring it up, knees in for the crunch, press it back. If you need to drop to the knees for the push-up, you have that option, but then reset that plank before you come into that crunch. Again, drop the knees if you want to, but we're chasing the plank. What does chase the plank mean? Knees, hips, and shoulders are in one straight line. The line can be angled or the line can be straight, depending on where your knees are at. 3, 2, and 1. All right, you guys are on your feet. Those are the 5. We're going to go back through those. Now remember I said if you had a mini band, keep it close by. Here's where you could add your mini band for the next set or both sets. And this is going to increase the challenge, but it's optional. So I'll put it on just to show you guys. But if it disappears, it's because I don't want to work that hard. So squat to Y flies first. If you've got your mini band on, it's just below the knees. So let's go ahead and get set up for the Y fly. Straps can stay at mid-calf. Don't worry about it. If you already adjusted, don't worry either. Arms are up, Y fly. Step 1 or 2 steps in. 3, 2, 1. Fold the arms, sit into the squat, squeeze the glutes, drive the knuckles back. Those of you with your band on, your feet should be at least shoulder width apart, and you're driving out against that band. Maybe feeling those glutes a little bit more. Again, I promised you a lower body workout, so this is increasing that lower body demand. Last couple seconds. Give me 10 more. 10 more seconds, not 10 more reps, don't worry. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, so again, we got that overhead back extension with the wall slide. So take a step or 2 back so that you're standing up on your own strength. I have my hands on the handles and I'm pushing my knuckles back as if I'm pushing into a wall. We'll reach up, we'll fold the hips in half, we'll drive the hips forward and then pull the arms down. Let's go to work. Reach up, fold the hips in half, drive the hips forward, pull the elbows down. Reach up, fold the hips, drive the hips forward, pull down. Again, those of you with a band on, you're still pressing out against that band. If the band's becoming too tough, you can always narrow your stance a little bit, but you'll notice if your stance narrows, that overhead extension gets a little bit tougher, right? Smaller base of support means more power has to come from the body. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're back to that hamstring curl. So straps at mid-calf. If you didn't adjust them before, they're already there. If you did, take them back to mid-calf. Okay, here's where that band is really going to come in. So let's get the heels in. We're facing the anchor point, laying on our back, toes underneath the anchor point unless you want to make it harder, scooting back. So let's all take our feet shoulder width apart, hips up, pull the heels in, press the heels out. Let's go to work. Pull those heels in, press those heels out. Again, no matter if you have a band on or not, I would like you to have your feet at shoulder width apart. Right? Typically when we default, our feet are almost all the way together. So push those heels apart. Squeeze those booties. 10 more or 15 more seconds, excuse me. 15 more. My arms are up, increasing my challenge. My arms can come down to give me more stability if I want that as well. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, stay where you're at. So we got those abductions now. So again, on this one, we're really focusing on squeezing the glutes as we press the feet apart. Turn your toes in a little bit as if you're pigeon-toed to activate that outer glute a little more. Those of you with the band, this is going to get tough, so stick with me. Here we go. Lift the hips up. Toes are slightly turned in and heels apart. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Feet back together. Heels apart. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. feet back together, heels apart, squeeze and hold, feet back together. Let's do a long pause, feet apart. Let's hold this one for 5, 4, 3, 2, feet back together, feet apart, little pause, feet together, feet apart, little pause, feet together, feet apart, one more little pause, feet together, last one. Let's hold this one, last 10 seconds with me. If you can, hold your feet apart. If you need to keep repping, but if you got it, we're here for 3, 2, 1. All right, toes are going in, atomic push-ups. Keep that band on if you can. If the band is starting to make it so your form is failing, then I want you to take the band off, right? Only keep the band on if you're still able to control your movements. So atomic push-up, again, you can be on the knees for the push-up, or you can be off the knees for the push-up. But again, can we own the plank? Could we maybe even own the crunch, right? 3, 2, 1, let's go to work. Push up from where you can, and then crunch from suspended. Push up from where you can, and then crunch from that suspended position. If you need to come down and reset, drop the knees. Take a second. When you're ready, bring it back up. Feeling it, you guys. Last 8 seconds. 2 more reps if you can. 1 more rep if you got it. Last 3, 2, and 1. All right. We're back to the top. Last round. Squat to Y fly. Okay, if you have the band on, you think you can handle it, keep it on. Okay, I'm going to keep the band on with you guys. Straps can stay at mid-calf. If you prefer to go up to mid-length, all up to you. This one's okay to do it either one. So, arms up overhead. 1 or 2 steps forward. Squat to Y fly. 3, 2, 1. Arms come down. Sit into your squat. Drive the hips up. Drive the knuckles back. Now, I want to call attention to your squat here. I know the squat's pretty easy. It's like a hack squat. So can we own the bottom, right? Don't just get lazy and drop that butt and collapse down here. It's easy to do that. Okay, I want you to own it. Chest up, abs tight. That's what owning it means. It means paying attention to either end and not just going through the motions. Last 3, last 2, and last 1. All right, so just step those feet back. Elbows come down. So again, wall slide, hinge at the hips, extend at the hips, pull the elbows down. All right, if you need to take a break, okay, take a break. But hopefully you're still with me here. 3, 2, 1. Drive the knuckles back, reach up, fold at the hips, drive or extend the hips forward, pull the elbows down. Reaching up, folding back, driving forward, pulling down. Now a call out here is the ribs. I can feel I'm trying to extend a little bit too much, right? I gotta lock my ribs down, make sure my glutes are the things that are driving me forward. We shouldn't have this arch position here. If you need to, you can always extend the hips and pull back to here. I know I showed you this at the end, but you could also pull yourself up from this position if you need to. Last 3, last 2, woo. All right, we're back to that hamstring curl. Straps at mid-calf. You're facing your anchor point with your heels in. Again, neutral is under the anchor point. If you want to make it easier, scoot past it. Those of you that want to push it a little bit, scoot away from that anchor point. Here we go. Hamstring curls in 3, 2, 1. Let's work. Heels coming in, heels pressing out. Arms up to challenge your stability. Arms down to create more stability. As you're pulling those heels in, where are your hips in space? They should not be moving. If they're on the ground, definitely shouldn't be moving. If they're 1 inch above the ground, definitely should not be moving. So notice that. Either place, we're not moving them. Just the heels, just the knees, hips staying right in there. 3, 2, and 1. All right, we've got those abductions again, right? We press the heels apart, pull the feet back together. Okay, you can stay on your back, but if you wanted to, you could put your toes in now and do this drill with the toes in. Okay, up to you. I'm going to stay here, but feel free to push it, all right? If you're set, let's get ready. 3, toes together, 2, 1, hips are up. Squeeze your glutes, press the feet apart, feet back together. Press the feet apart, hold and squeeze. Feet back together. Press the feet apart, hold and squeeze. Feet back together. Apart. Back together. Apart. Back together. Let's do a couple long holds. Apart, hold for 3, 2, feet together. Feet apart, hold for 3, 2, 1, feet together. Last one, feet apart, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and break. All right, toes in, last set of those atomic push-ups. Flipping it over, facing away from the anchor point. Again, band still on if you got it. Take the band off if it's causing you grief. Right, here it is, you guys. Last time, again, own the positions here. You don't have to work the whole time, or at least move the whole time, but I want you to work hard when you're working. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Heels to handles, atomic push-up first, crunch follows. Doesn't matter which one you start with, really. Just matters that you're doing both. Again, maybe you hold your plank a couple seconds in between each time you move. Knees in. Abs tight, glutes tight on the push. Squeeze the abs on the crunch. Abs tight, glutes tight on the push. Squeeze the abs on that crunch. Let's get one more rep at least, you guys. One more rep. 3, 2, 1. Woo! And break. All right. Let's pop it on up. You guys earned yourself a break. Quick sip of water. Okay, bands, mini bands can go off. They'll go off to the side. Whew. All right. So grab your weights, whatever weights you have. Okay, it could be a medicine ball even. Doesn't even have to be a kettlebell, but that's preferred. So this next round is an EMOM, but it's going to be 90 seconds. So we're going to work for 90 seconds or try to get the reps done in 90 seconds. So your first set looks like this. It's a kettlebell clean to a reverse lunge. I grab at the handles on top. I pull it up, sliding my hands to the side. I do a lunge on each foot, and then I set it back down. Hinge up, grab around the sides, lunge, lunge. That whole complex is 1. You owe me 8. All right, your TRX needs to come up to mid-length. Your second round is 8 single leg squats on each leg. So my right foot center, left leg extends out. Single leg squat for 8 reps. Single leg squat for 8 reps on the other side. Now, you can go fast, but remember you have 90 seconds. So if you get this done in 30 seconds, you're going to stand around for a minute. I challenge you to pace yourself so you only have about 15 to 20 seconds to rest at the end. All right, let's find the kettlebell. 90 seconds. You owe me 8 clean to reverse lunges. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's go to work. Clean it up. Reverse lunge 1. Reverse lunge 1. And then the kettlebell goes down. Clean it up. Hands around the horns or the sides. Down. Down. That's 2. You owe me 8 total. That's 3 for me. We have 1 minute and 5 seconds left still. So that's 4. That's the halfway mark for me. I've got 55 seconds left, so I'm looking pretty good. I can finish with enough time for a little bit of rest, but I'm not finishing so early that I'm just standing around. 6. I got 2 more with 44 seconds on the clock. That's 7. Still got 35 seconds left. So this is 8 for me, but I think I could do 1 more. So I'm going to go ahead and do 9. Up to you where you want to go. I got 24 seconds left. I think that's enough for me, but if you want to go to 10, go to 10. Right? We all get a break right now, though. In 15 seconds, we go 8 single leg squats on each leg. Okay? If you need a little bit of assistance, right, let's say this right heel is down, lightly touch your left heel for support. Okay, here we go. 8 reps on each side in 3, 2, 1. Let's go to work. 8 single leg squats. I challenge you to own the bottom and the top for a second. Right, maybe a quick pause. Quick pause. One thing I want you to check, how are you coming up? Are you coming up because you're pushing into the ground and squeezing your butt? Or are you coming up because you're white knuckling and pulling yourself up? Right, you still got 1:04 left. I think I'm on 8, so I'm gonna go ahead and switch. Other side. And now if 8's too little, you guys, you saw me on the first set. Push to 9 on each leg. Push to 10 on each leg. Right, I start a little conservative. But if you know the skill set you have, if you know that you're a little more conditioned, add the reps. You still got 35 seconds left. Again, if you want to add 2 or 3 reps on each leg real quick, go for it. Otherwise, take your break. All right, 25 seconds left. I'm going to take my break. We're going to go back to here. Now, again, real quick, just for a little clarity, just in case you were confused, right, I'm going to start my clean by holding the top of the handle, Then when it comes up, I reposition around here, just so we were clear, right? If you don't want to do the clean, you guys, then just hold it up here and do the lunges. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1, let's go to work. 8 to 10 cleans to reverse lunge. Up to you, 8 to 10. If you can do 10, do it. If 8's good for you, stay there. Got 1:10 left. All right, again, notice the theme here, owning each position. Do you feel comfortable at the bottom? Do you feel comfortable here? Do you have comfort stepping back? Maybe comfortable is not the right term, but do you feel strong? Do you feel stable? Okay, we still got 50 seconds. I believe this is 6 for me. 7. Still got 40 seconds left. Again, you can stand around, catch your breath, nothing wrong with that, or you can add some reps. 25 seconds. I'm going to get 2 more in. I'm going to push it. 20 seconds left. All right, I'm going to take my 15-second break. Woo! And we're going to go back to those single leg squats. So if you did 8 and 8 on the first set, you found you stood around too long, I challenge you to go 10 and 10. If you did 10 and 10, same thing, 12 and 12. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Single leg squat. Again, can you pause the bottom? Can you pause the top? Owning, owning. Again, reminder, owning is just, can you be in that position and look good and feel good. 25 seconds down, 1:05 to go. 8. Remember, you can always drop that opposite heel lightly. You need a little assistance. It's 10. 50 seconds left. 1, 2, 3. Making sure we're driving down to go up. Always helps me. I'm imagining I can push my foot through the floor. Allows me to push into something. 30 seconds left. 30 seconds left. Last 20. Oh, it's 10. All right, good news. 1 more of each. That's it. Well, that's it for this round anyway. 1 more of each though. Okay, here we go. Last thing, own each position. Feel good there. 3, 2, 1, let's go. 8 to 12 reps, right? Depending on how you're feeling. 8 to 12. 6. 1 minute left. Still got a full minute left. 7. And this is my 8th one. I've got 45 seconds left. I'm definitely going to do at least 2 more. Hopefully you guys are still working. Still got 40 seconds. Right, these EMOMs, are about pushing us, pushing yourself. Pushing doesn't always have to mean faster. Pushing can also mean control. I'm going to get one more. 25 seconds on the clock. Woo. All right, you guys, 15 seconds. One more set here. Single leg squats on each leg. Whew. Final challenge here. I'm going to work for 45 on one leg, then I'm going to switch. I'm only going to count reps to make sure I'm even. But you can do you. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Single leg squats. Again, somewhere between 8 and 12 on each leg. Or you can just work for 45 seconds on each side. This is our last set. Oh, actually, you guys, we're going to do 4. I just realized that. I snuck myself out. Woo! So I'm actually only going to do 10. Then I'm going to switch. Woo! I thought we were going to do 3 rounds. You guys, we got 4. Oh, I wrote the workout. I forgot. We must be working hard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 40 seconds left. Let's go. Let's dig deep here. 6, 7. And that's 10 for me. All right, we got 25 seconds of rest. Now again, sometimes that's how life happens, right? Extra sets, unexpected things sneak up on us. Okay, but I do promise we're only doing 4. I know I didn't program 5. I thought I took it down to 3, but I guess I wanted to work hard today. So that means you wanted to work hard too. So one more set, 8 to 12, cleans to reverse lunges in 3, 2, 1, let's get it. Clean it. And again, if the clean is too much, y'all, then just do the reverse lunge with the weight. If the weight's becoming too much, then take the weight out, right? Adjust for you. If you pushed it on those first 3, because I only told you we were doing 3, that's on the coach. That's on me. Okay, but I want you to push, though. Sometimes even coaches make mistakes. I'm owning it. But now, you got to answer the call. Call is to keep it moving. 55 seconds left. Again, I only need 8, but if you got 10 or 12, that'd be swell. Woo. Last 40 seconds. I know I got at least 2 left in me. Wipe my hands off first, though. 29 seconds. One more. Oh, all right. Okay, now, promise last set. Promise is that last set. Single leg squats, 8 to 12 on each leg, or simply working 45 seconds on each leg. You pick, but let's get ready. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and let's go to work. Single leg squat. Don't forget, I also called you out to hold each end range, right? Owning the bottom, pushing into the ground to get to the top. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 minute left. 1 minute left. Going for 12, y'all. 11 and 12. Here we go. 48 seconds left. 5 seconds left. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 30 seconds. 7, 8. Let's go, you guys. Make sure you're not white knuckling, meaning you're not squeezing that handle too hard. That's 15. If you're still working, 15. That's 2. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Done with that round. Earned yourself one more water break. Woo! Earned yourself one more towel off. All right, you guys, we got one final round. We got one final round left. Straps will come down to mid-calf once again. So this round is 5-minute AMRAP. Okay, or just a 5-minute running clock. Don't think about AMRAP. Okay, the goal is to move from exercise to exercise with as little rest as possible. Speed is up to you. If it were me, I wouldn't be going too fast. Here are the reps. 5 reps, 6 reps, 7 reps. You're going to start in a side plank. 5 side plank crunches if possible. Okay, boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you're on your switching it over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you come to the middle. You give me 6 oblique crunches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's 3 on each side. Then we get to stand up, find your weight. Maybe it's a ball, maybe it's a bell, maybe it's a small child or a small animal. Squat to press for 7. Okay, so 5 side plank crunches, 6 oblique crunches, 7 squat to presses. 5-minute running clock, just work. All right, here we go. Let's get our toes in. Let's get our toes in. Let's say we'll start on the left forearm, because I'm going to start on the left forearm. All right, here we go. 5 side plank crunches to 6 oblique crunches. In 3, 2, 1, let's go to work. 5 side plank crunches. If you cannot side plank crunch, hold for 10 seconds. A 10-second hold will work. Everyone goes to their belly to go to the other side. 5 side plank crunches here, or just a simple 10-second hold. Then you're on your belly for 6 oblique crunches, 3 per side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then you're on your feet, 7 squat to presses. You can go single arm if you want to. You got to go 8 though, so 4 and 4. Or you just go double. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Whew. As soon as you're done, you try to get back in and start back over. If you need a break, you take a break. Right? This is about setting yourself up on a tempo or a pace. But it's about range of motion. It's about squeezing the muscles we're targeting. It's not just about speed. It's not about speed at all. I'd rather you show me good form than show me how fast you can go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh. Whew. I don't know about you guys, but I am sweaty. Sweaty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Whew. Just like that, y'all, we're halfway there. We're past halfway. 2 minutes and 18 seconds to go. 2 minutes and 18 to go. Again, 5 side plank crunches or just a 10-second hold. 6 oblique crunches. 7 squat to press. 2, 3, 4. Whew. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, you guys, let's go. Let's go. Who's still with me out there, right? I know I'm slowing down, but slowing down is helping me maintain my form. If I was just blazing through, probably wouldn't have a very good plank, probably wouldn't look very good on the straps. So again, we gotta own the form. 1 minute, final minute, final minute. Let's see what you guys got. Whew. What can you get done in this last 60? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whew. Whew. Let's go, you guys. Whew. Just over 30 seconds left. Still working, though. We're still working when we can. 1, 2, 3, 4. 25 seconds left. 6. Let's go. 20 seconds on the clock. 20 seconds. All you got left. 1, 2, 3, 4. 10 seconds. 5, 6, 7. Last 3, 2, 1, and break. Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, woo! Way to push it today, y'all. Oh, man. I know you guys out there are working hard because I was coaching and looked like this. You can only imagine what y'all look like. Busting it up, flexing it out. Woo! Way to push it, you guys. Grab some water. Straps can come up to mid-length. Woo! Okay, catch your breath. I need to catch my breath. So I want you to catch your breath. I like to breathe it in through the nose, out through the mouth. Brings the heart rate down, in through the nose, out through the mouth. All right. Now that I've had my 60 seconds, hopefully you've caught your breath too. Again, let's cool it down, stretch it out. Let's take our suspension trainer to mid-length. And we'll start by facing away from the anchor point today. Want to open up your chest and shoulders to start. Then we'll work on the legs. When we flip around, finish a little hip flexor stretch. So facing away from your anchor point with the straps at mid-length, walk out till you feel a small pull into those arms. And then from here, I like to offset my 1 foot forward, other foot back. That way I can lean into this stretch. Now leaning into the stretch is going to help because I don't have to do anything with my arms. I can just lean forward, breathe, exhale, breathe, exhale, bring the arms a little bit higher up, breathe, exhale, breathe, exhale, both arms straight up overhead, 2 breaths here, breathing in, exhale, breathe in, exhale. All right, so now let's face the anchor point. Okay, I want low back stretch next. We open up the chest. Now let's stretch out that low back after all that weighted movement, all those squats. So my feet are 1 or 2 small steps in, folding my hips, right? Remember this from the overhead back extension, bending the knees. Now we're letting the weight of our body travel to the back side of our hips. So where our back pockets would be if we had jeans with pockets on them. Okay, I want you to start to rotate your chest to the left side of your room. To do that, straighten your left knee, but keep that right knee bent, right? That right knee stays bent, letting everything sink back. Deep breath in. Let's take it to the right side of your room. Looking underneath that right shoulder, right? Straightening the right knee, and now that left knee comes into a bend here. 1 more breath in. Exhale, come to center, and then just drop those hips down nice and low. Typically, I have to take 1 or 2 small steps in just to get in a comfortable position. That way I'm not overextended. So if you need to step in, that's pretty normal. Now from right here, I do what's called a hip scrub. This is where you drop one knee off at a time, thinking about scrubbing the inside of your hip socket with your leg bone. Right? You kind of, maybe you do a 2 or even 3 at once. Trying to open everything up. Last 4, give me some stomps. 3, 2, and then we'll just stand it all the way up. All right, now we're going to figure 4 squat stretch. So right foot's going to center, left foot will cross over the right knee. Now make sure your shoulders and hips are square to your anchor point. Once they're square, drop straight down. You might notice that your left knee is lifted up a little bit. See if you can push that left knee down, and then see if you can sink into your left hip a little more. Again, imagine that your hips are like a box. Sit to the left back corner of that box. We're here for 5. Deep breath in. Sink a little lower. 3, 2, and 1. Let's go ahead and switch. Left foot will center for this one. Right foot will cross over that left knee. Again, we're standing facing square to the anchor point. Dropping the hips down low. Again, that right knee might be poking up. Can you push that right knee down? And then can you sit to the back right corner of your hips? Again, your hips are a box. Sit to that back right corner. Deep breath in. Exhale. Sink a little lower. One more deep breath in. Exhale. Bring it on up. All right, you guys, from here, let's face away from the anchor point again. Arms are behind you this time. Palms rotate up to face the ceiling. Take a small step forward with your right foot. Big step back with your left foot. And just let the chest fall. So now we're stretching out the shoulders. Now, I like this position. I don't really need to step back anymore. But if you want more of a stretch in your chest and your torso, you could step the right foot back. And the further you dropped your hips, the bigger stretch you would feel in the body and the shoulders. Right, up to you. I like to keep my right foot forward. Okay, your choice. Here for 10 more seconds. All right, I want everyone to step their right foot forward, step their left foot back, drop your left knee, pick your chest up, and bring both arms up over your head. We're going to finish with your overhead hip flexor stretch, or hip flexor stretch with overhead reach. So my right foot's forward, so my right arm's going to go back. My left fingertips are reaching as high as they can, and now squeeze your left glute. We're going to breathe here. Exhale. Breathe in. Exhale. Reach up one more time. Breathe in one more time. Exhale. And relax the glute. Good. Right arm up. Right knee down. Left foot forward. Left arm back. So now I'm looking over my left shoulder. I'm reaching my right fingertips as high as they'll go. Squeezing the right glute. Hopefully your hips are tucked. You're feeling a nice hip flexor on the right hip flexor. Breathe it in. Reaching up. Breathing out. Breathing in. Reaching up. Breathing out. One more. Squeeze the right glute. Reach the right fingertips. Breathe in. And exhale. All right, you guys. Last thing I always like to do is a forward fold. So as you stand up, both arms behind your back again. Rotate the palms up to face the ceiling. Pull into the straps to fold your body in half. Forehead to the knees, chest to the thighs. Now, once you're here, can you wiggle yourself a little closer to your thighs? Can you pull into the straps to straighten your knees? And now nod your head up and down, yes. Tuck your chin, shake your head left to right, no. Back to center, one more nod, yes. Straighten those knees. Go ahead and pull into the straps and round your spine all the way up. Deep breath in, reach up and over the head, onto the balls of your feet. Big exhale, arms come back down behind you. 1 or 2 steps back to release the straps. Ladies and gentlemen, you guys are all done. Excellent, excellent work tonight, you guys. Thank you so much for coming around, working hard with me, putting that work in. Now, I know those legs are going to feel this, so your legs might feel a little bit heavy for the rest of the day. They'll probably feel heavy tomorrow. And if you're not used to doing this much leg work, they're probably going to be heavy the day after that. So the biggest thing I can tell you, stretch them. Okay, if you have a foam roller, a TRX rocker, I would definitely use that. And all the water you can handle, that'll help flush all that stuff out. All right, we did get some shoulders in there, so if those are a little sore, that's not to be expected. but those legs are definitely going to feel this. So take care of those legs. Check back in with us here at TRX Live for more TRX workouts, and I will see you guys next time.